Hi everyone, this is part 40 of ASP.NET. The last video we discussed about introduction to state management techniques and what are the different types of techniques that are available, client-side techniques and server-side techniques. So here we have different types of state management techniques are there. As we already discussed that client-side state management techniques are what? View state, query string, hidden field and cookies. These all comes under client-side state management techniques. And server-side state management techniques are what? Session, application as well as caching. This all comes under server-side state management technique. It is a mechanism of maintaining the response on the browser. That is client-side state management techniques. Server-side state management techniques maintain the response on what? Web server. So first of all, what is the need of this state management techniques? Let us see. I'll try to go to my Solution Explorer, project, add new item. I already told you in the last class the shopping cart example demo. I will show you practically here. Here I'll try to go to web form, click on add button. So here you can check I have some buttons are there. 4 buttons are there and one label is there here actually. Okay, now 4 buttons and one label. Here I'll try to give bold. Here I'll try to give some X large, something like this. Is it clear? So double click on button 1 and write the code. Here you can see the class. Double click on button. Here you can see this is one class. Web form 1 is my class name. Here I'll declare one variable int x. Initially I'll give as 0. And here within this button click I'll write x is equal to x plus 5000. The cost of the first item is 5000. So label 1.text is equal to x dot toString. I'll try to add actually increment. So here I'll try to write x is equal to x plus 3000. Second item bill is 3000. And here you can double click on the button. Third item bill is 1000 rupees. Is it clear? Then fourth item bill is 10 rupees. Here if you observe clearly, whenever user clicks on button 1, the bill is 5000 rupees. Whenever user clicks on button 2, the bill is 5000 plus 3000, 8000 rupees. Whenever user clicks on button 3, 8000 plus 1000, 9000 rupees. Whenever user clicks on button 4, total bill is 9010 rupees. But actually what is happening in ASP.NET, you know, ASP.NET is a stateless technology because ASP.NET works on HTTP protocol. Is it clear? Between multiple, whenever user clicks on button, request is going to the server. Between multiple button clicks, between multiple requests and responses, the old responses are not maintaining. Is it clear? So your final output will be 10 rupees only because of stateless nature. Actually, it must be 9010 rupees, but here, because of the stateless nature, you'll get the output as 10 rupees. Let us see here. See, whenever user clicks on button 1, now the bill is 5000 rupees. Fine. Now, whenever user clicks on button 2, it must be actually how much? 5000 plus 3000, 8000. But you will get 3000 only. 2 items bill is 3000 rupees. 3 items bill is 1000 rupees. Total bill is 10 rupees. So, customer purchased 4 items in Amazon. His total bill is last item bill. Because when user clicks on button, requests are going to the server. This is browser, no? Requests are going to the server. Once when requests are going to the server, the previous responses are destroyed because of this HTTP protocol. HTTP is a stateless protocol. It will not maintain the state of the previous responses, either on the browser or on the server. So as a developer, it is our responsibility to maintain the state. For that, we have to take the support of what? State management technique. It is a mechanism of maintaining the state of the response, either on browser or on server. Are you following client-side techniques and server-side techniques? So first we will discuss about view state. What is view state? View state is a client-side state management technique which is used to maintain the response on the web browser. The scope of view state is within the page. That is, if you store the value in view state, that value you can access only within the same page. It is not possible to access the value from one page to another page. View state will maintain the data in encrypted format within the browser. So any hacker can convert the encrypted value to plain text format. So it is not recommended to store sensitive information like passwords in view state. View state will automatically retain the values of the control during the postback of the same page. Actually, if you take a web page, in that web page, lot of controls are there now. Whenever user clicks on button, what will happen? The request will go to the server. Once when the request is going to the server, the total controls, other controls that are available within the page also will be destroyed. But internally, Microsoft is maintaining that state by using view state. Okay, now see here, there are multiple controls are there now. Every control is also a predefined class. Whenever user clicks on button, what will happen? The total other controls will destroy. But still, the total other controls are maintaining because of what? View state. Internally, Microsoft has written a lot of code to maintain the state. There is one property called enable view state. If enable view state property is set to false, then view state will not maintain the values. Anyway, we'll see all these points in the next video. But here, the syntax to any state management techniques, only 2 points are important. One is store the value, other one is read the value. Store the value and what? Read the value. Here the syntax to store the value in view state is view state of variable name is equal to value. Syntax to read the value from view state is view state of variable name. Let us see here one example. Is it clear? Any state management techniques, 2 steps are there. One is store the value, other one is what? Read the value. If you want to store the value, you have to use. Is it clear? Syntax is view state of variable name is equal to value. So what is the problem here? You tell me. The problem is whenever user clicks on what? This button, the bill is 5,000 rupees. But whenever user clicks on button 2, the old 5,000 rupees is not maintaining. So as a developer, it is our responsibility to maintain the state in view state. So the syntax to store the value in view state is view state of variable name. What is the variable name? I'll give x is equal to x. And the user clicks on button 1, then I am storing the value in the view state. And when user clicks on button 2, I want to read the value from the view state and again storing x. So here view state of x assigning to the x variable. Typecasting is required here, int of. Okay, because view state will maintain the value in object format. So if you want to convert object to int, you have to use typecasting here. And here you can again store the value. X is equal to, again you can store view state of variable name. What is the variable name? X, something like this. Is it clear? Sorry, reverse. View state of variable name. View state of X is equal to X actually. Similarly, you can write the same code. In every method, we have to write the same code. Are following? This is 1,000 rupees. And here this is some 10 rupees. Store the value and read the value. So here let us say now it will work perfect. See what is happening. See here you have buttons are there. This is button 1. This is button 2. This is button 3. In ASP.NET previously what happened? Whenever user clicks on button 1, request is going to the server. Whenever user clicks on button 2, request is going to the server. So every time when the request is going to the server, previous responses are destroyed. So as a developer, it is our responsibility to maintain the responses. So whenever user clicks on button 1, request is going to the server. Then here bill is how much? 5,000. That 5,000 we stored in where? View state. And whenever user clicks on button 2, again whatever the 5,000 we stored in view state, we are reading the value. Because already we stored the old response in view state now. We are again reading the value and storing x. Now x is 5,000. 5,000 plus 3,000, 8,000. Then again 8,000 again we are storing in view state. And whenever user clicks on button 3, again request is going to the server. Here view state, what is the old response? 8,000. 8,000 is stored in x. 8,000 plus 1,000, 9,000, something like that. Now you will get the perfect output because I applied the state management technique view state. Any state management technique, 2 steps are there. Store the value and what? Read the value. See when user clicks on button 1, bill is 5,000. 2 items bill 8,000. 3 items bill 9,000. Total bill 9,010 rupees. But previously what happened? You got the bill is last item bill because of stateless nature. Now I make my page as stateful by using view state. Any state management technique main responsibility is to store the value and what? Read the value. Any state management technique main responsibility is to store the value and read the value. Is it clear? So view state is a client-side state management technique which is used to maintain the response on the browser. The scope of view state is within the page. We cannot maintain the view state values from one page to another page. Any state management technique main responsibility is to store the value and read the value. When user clicks on button 1, request is going to the server and response is generated. And when user clicks on button 2, the old response is destroyed. So as a developer, it is our responsibility to maintain the state of the responses either on the browser or on the server. So if you want to maintain the response on the browser, we have to go for client-side state management techniques. If you want to maintain the response on the browser, you can go for server-side state management techniques. There are a lot of techniques are there, but the difference between one technique to another technique is scope. Scope and a view state scope is within the page. You cannot maintain the values from one page to another page. Query string from one page to another page. View state within the same page. Like that, we'll discuss one by one. In the next video, we'll discuss more about the view state. For more videos, try to subscribe to my channel, share, like, and click on the bell icon. Okay, catch you in the next video.